Excuse me, ma'am. How much are these cherries? They look so fresh and plump. Just perfect for what I need today. Oh, honey, these are the best cherries in the store. They're in season and I just got them in this morning, all the way from Washington. They're $12 a basket, and trust me, you won't find any better around here. The quality is unbeatable. That sounds great. I'll take 3 baskets then. We'll need plenty, especially for what I'm planning. Can you please start packing them up for me?
Wait, hold on. 3 baskets? Are you serious right now? What are you doing with all those cherries? That's way too much. And do you realize how much that's gonna cost? We're just going to dinner, not stocking a fruit stand.
What do you mean? It's cherries. I love them, and they'll be great for the dinner. Plus, I heard Jacob's wife is expecting. You know how much she loves fresh fruit. This is like the perfect thing to bring to the party. Healthy, delicious, and looks amazing on the table.
Yeah, but do we really need cherries? And 3 full baskets? Do you know how expensive that is? I thought we were just going to hang out, not bring the whole farmer's market with us.
James, fruit is always a good choice. It's safe, everybody likes it, and it's perfect for a casual dinner. Oh, by the way, I'll also take 2 bags of those oranges right there. They look really nice and juicy. Oh, and can I get some kiwis too? The golden ones if you have them. They're my favorite.
Olivia, stop. We don't need this much. What are you doing?
Why not? What's the problem?
We're just going to dinner, not throwing some huge event ourselves. Why are you buying so much stuff? It's just dinner. A simple dinner invite. Why are you treating this like a big deal?
You know what? You're such a killjoy sometimes. Honestly, I can't with you.
What's that supposed to mean?
Remember when your friend came over to our housewarming party? She brought that gorgeous quilted table runner and those matching lap blankets. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, so? What about it?
Do you have any idea how expensive those quilted items are? I wanted something like that when we were getting married, but they were way out of our budget, so I had to give up on the idea.
And what does that have to do with the fruit we're buying right now? We already bought a set of beautiful candlesticks as a gift. Do we really need to go overboard with all this fruit too?
Oh, come on, just let me do this. I'm handling it. Besides, these kiwis are just perfect. Are you packing up the golden kiwis right now, ma'am? Yes, sweetheart. I've got the golden ones right here. But I can see your husband is a bit worried about how much you're spending. Maybe you should take it easy and just buy a little less. You're lucky to have a husband who's so careful with money. This is beyond embarrassing. I'm so over this.
So, seriously, how much is all of this costing us?
Why are you worried about it now? You asked me to drive and you're just sitting there going through the receipts?
Hold on. So, the cherries are $36, the golden kiwis are $12, and how much are the oranges again? $10 for 2 bags? Are you kidding me right now?
Oh my God, James, you're driving me crazy. Can you please just stop being such a tightwad for once? I can't take it.
Wait a minute. Weren't those quilts my friend brought to our housewarming like $130 for just 2 of them?
How do you even know that? I didn't even tell you the price.
How do you think I know? I looked it up. I did a little research online. It wasn't exactly hard to find.
So you really went and checked the price? You actually spent time doing that?
Of course I did. Why wouldn't I?
When did you even have the time to do that?
Right after we got the invite this morning. I thought about what we could bring, and I knew you had that favorite shop over at the market, so I called them up to ask if they had those fancy candlesticks you like. But then I started wondering how much those quilts cost, so I looked it up. Doesn't it make sense to be prepared?
Wow. I never thought you'd go that far. I mean, I was just thinking about what a nice gesture it was to be invited over, and I thought, hey, let's get something simple and elegant like candlesticks. I had no idea you were diving deep into price comparisons like that.
I don't see what's wrong with being thorough. Isn't it better to know what something's worth so we don't show up with a gift that's way cheaper and end up looking bad? I'm just trying to make sure we're not embarrassed.
Well, I guess you have a point. It would feel awkward if we gave them something that didn't measure up to what they've done for us.
Exactly. I knew you'd see where I'm coming from.
But seriously, are you also adding up the cost of the fruit just to make sure we're not giving them something less valuable than what they gave us?
Well, that's not the only reason.
Wait a second. You're so good at calculating everything, yet you didn't bother to figure out how much those fresh seafood dishes from Hawaii are going to cost them.
Do I have to do that too?
Of course you do! Don't you get it? You're being so inconsistent. You only do the math when it's convenient for you. You're all about protecting yourself from losses, but when someone's being generous toward us, you don't even bother to factor that in. You know what? We might never be filthy rich, but let's not live like this, okay? Let's not be so stingy and calculating about every little thing. We should be more generous, even if it means taking a little loss here and there. I don't want to live like we're constantly worried about losing something. It's better to give than to live with this constant tension.
So you're okay with losing out on things?
Yeah, because it brings peace. Haven't you ever heard that saying? The one who gets hit first finds peace faster. I'd rather take the hit and feel good about it afterward. And honestly, with all this fruit, we're not losing anything. If anything, we're showing up with a gift that's thoughtful but still on the modest side. Come on, we're not being excessive at all. We're far from overdoing it. You're overthinking this. You've got to be kidding me. This isn't just about the fruit, James. You're impossible sometimes.
Oh, goodness. My back is killing me.
Mom, that spinal stenosis is a real pain, isn't it?
Same old story. Nothing new.
Same old? Lately, it seems like it's gotten way worse, though, don't you think?
You know what I do first when I visit Mrs. Smith on the 12th floor? I make a beeline for her Sarah-Gem machine.
Sarah-Gem? Isn't that a massage chair?
Yep, the kind you sit in. And all the ladies start competing over who gets to use it first when we have our little gatherings.
Are they really that great? Those chairs are pretty expensive, aren't they?
Yeah, it's definitely not cheap. But let me tell you, it's totally worth it. When you're dealing with back pain like mine, it's a lifesaver. I've tried all kinds of things. Exercise centers, senior community centers, all of them have different machines. But nothing compares to the Sarah-Gem.
Is it that good? What's so special about it?
It's amazing. It focuses on the lower back, right at the point where your spine and pelvis meet. That's where the magic happens.
What's the exact model called again?
Sarah-Gem V3.
Hang on, I'll just check it out on my phone real quick. Let's see. Oh, it says here it's more for pain relief rather than actual treatment.
You know, there's a wellness cafe just a couple of blocks from the sunny apartments up the road. They've got a few of these chairs, and I hear the seniors from the community center go there just to use them. And the staff? Super nice. They treat everyone like royalty, no matter who you are.
So do you think it'd be worth buying one for the house? Would it really help that much?
Absolutely it'd help. No doubt about that. But like I said, it's a hefty price. If they could just lower it a bit, make it a little more affordable, it'd be flying off the shelves.
Wow, Mom, you really did your homework on this one. You've been thinking about getting one, haven't you?
There's a lot of folks like me out there. People who are on the fence wanting it but holding back because of the cost.
Look at him, acting like he didn't hear a word of this conversation, pretending to be so engrossed in his phone. Oh, I bet he's thinking if he doesn't say anything, I won't ask for one. Isn't that just like him? Not a peep when it comes to anything he might actually have to spend money on. Mom, I'm really sorry to do this to you, but could you watch Jack for just 3 hours?
3 whole hours? Oh dear.
Yes, I've already fed him, changed him, and bathed him. He's all set to sleep, so he shouldn't need much attention at all.
Still, that's quite the stretch. And when exactly do you plan on coming back?
I'm not exactly sure.
What do you mean, not exactly sure? You're heading out this late after dinner and you don't even know when you'll be back. What are you doing anyway? You better not be going out for another meal after all that dinner you just had.
No, nothing like that. We're just meeting at the little cafe by the apartments across the street. Probably having a couple of beers. Nothing major.
I don't get it. Why can't you just come here and hang out with all of us? Why do you need to leave?
It's her first time joining us, so we thought it'd be easier on her if we kept it casual.
I don't like her much. Something about that girl just rubs me the wrong way.
Mom, you can't judge her just based on a few photos on Facebook. Pictures never tell the whole story.
But my son's getting serious about her, right? If that's the case, then bring her here so I can get to know her properly. What's the big deal? Mom, why are you getting all worked up over something so small? I can't help it. I just feel a little emotional, I guess. Mom, come on. What's going on? Son. Yeah, what's up? After I married you off, the house got so lonely. I just didn't expect it to feel this empty. Mom, what are you talking about? We live right next door. We see each other all the time. You'll never understand. Kids might forget their parents, but parents never forget their kids. Where's this coming from? You're making it sound like I abandoned you or something just because we're going to a cafe. It's just how it feels, all right. Once a son gets married, he's no longer yours. I didn't think it would hit this hard, but it did. Mom, seriously, do you feel like I've abandoned you? I mean, I come over at least once a week. We have dinner, I spend almost every weekend here. That's just how it is. And now with your brother getting married too, it's like the whole house is just slipping away from me.
Oh my god, this is getting out of hand. Why does she always make herself look like the helpless victim? It's driving me crazy.
Mom, what are you doing? Why are you taking out the baby carrier? Jack's sleeping, isn't he? I'll carry him on my back and come with you.
Wait, what? To the cafe? Seriously?
Why not? I'm his grandmother. Why can't I join you?
Mom, it's just a quick meetup before we all introduce ourselves formally. It's supposed to be super low-key. Just the siblings.
So what? I want to go. What do you think you're going to talk about? There's no reason I can't be there unless you plan on bad-mouthing me, huh? I'll be right back. This cold is making my nose run. I need to grab a tissue. Oh my god. What is even happening right now? I'm going to lose my mind.
Honey?
Yeah?
I think you should just go by yourself. I'll stay here with Jack. If we both leave, he might wake up and that'll be a whole new problem.
You're sure?
Yeah, your mom is like this right now, and I just don't feel right about leaving. Plus, if Jack wakes up, it's going to be chaos.
Alright, I guess there's no choice.
Actually, honey, could you do me a favor first?
Sure, what is it?
Stop by that little shop at the end of the street and pick up some of that green grape pudding your mom loves. You know the one.
This late? Do you think they'll still have any left?
Oh, it's pretty expensive. They always have it, because it doesn't sell out that fast. And grab a box of their handmade jelly while you're there. I checked her fridge, and she's almost out of it.
Alright, I'll get them. But you owe me one.
Oh, I am so exhausted. It feels like today has dragged on forever. I can barely keep my eyes open, and I've been on my feet all day.
Has Jack finally fallen asleep? I am absolutely in need of some time to myself. I've been running around all day, and I feel like I'm running on fumes.
Yeah, he's finally out like a light. I can't even begin to tell you how much I need a break right now. I've been juggling a million things all day, and I'm so worn out that I just want to relax for a bit. My eyes are practically glued shut, and I feel like I'm about to crash any second. I'm seriously contemplating just skipping the shower and going straight to bed.
Babe, you should take one. You'll feel better after.
Shh, keep it down. Jack just fell asleep. It took me forever to get him down.
You know what sounds absolutely perfect right now? A big bowl of chicken noodle soup. I've been craving it all day, and I think it would be just the thing to hit the spot right now. If you could make some for me, that would be amazing. And maybe crack open a cold beer to go with it. I really need to unwind after this crazy day.
What? You want me to make soup now? I'm really not sure I have the energy for that.
When I got home earlier, I brought some rotisserie chicken and vegetables with me. I was hoping you could mix those with some noodles and broth. It would make for a great combination. I'm just craving something hearty and satisfying right now. Do we have any fresh herbs and spices? I think adding those in would really enhance the flavor and make the soup taste even better. I love the extra kick they bring to the dish.
Honey, we just had dinner less than an hour ago. Is it really necessary to start asking for more food already?
An hour is hardly enough time to be satisfied after a big meal. I don't see why it's such a big deal to want a bowl of chicken noodle soup. It's not that much of an ask, is it?
It's not just about the timing. I've been up since early this morning, and I've had a really long, exhausting day running around with Jack. I've been to several appointments, had my legs checked out, and I'm just completely wiped. I barely managed to get dinner on the table. I'm so tired I can barely keep my eyes open. I'm seriously thinking about skipping my shower because I just don't have the energy for it. I'm torn between hitting the sack or freshening up.
Seriously? Are you really going to complain about making something so simple when I'm asking for it? From Monday to Friday, I leave the house at 6:30 a.m. and don't get home until after 8 p.m. On Fridays, I really look forward to unwinding with a drink and a little snack. It's a small pleasure I allow myself after a long week. Is it really too much to ask for a small snack to be made? It feels like you're making a mountain out of a molehill.
The fridge is stocked with plenty of snacks already. We've got crackers, cheese, and even some chips. There's no shortage of options to choose from.
That's not what I'm craving right now. I'm specifically in the mood for something different.
All right, I get it. But seriously, can't you just hold off until tomorrow? I'll make it for you then. I'm exhausted. My legs are still throbbing and I feel like I'm about to pass out.
Ugh, here we go again. Enough with the complaints about your legs already. You always bring that up. I just wanted a simple snack and you're acting like it's the end of the world. It's Friday, for crying out loud. Most guys out there are kicking back and winding with their friends, letting off some steam, maybe even hitting the bar for a drink or two. And here I am, rushing home on time with nothing but a few cans of beer and some noodles. You think that's asking for too much?
Honey.
What?
Don't you think you're being a bit unreasonable with your requests?
Unreasonable? What do you mean by that?
I'm completely worn out from handling everything by myself day after day. And yet you're here, with all the lights on, playing your games and asking me to make soup? Doesn't that seem a bit much to you? You really don't get it, do you? I've been doing this solo parenting thing day in and day out, and it's draining me. It's not like you're asking me to cook dinner because you're hungry. You're just craving something to go with your beer. Don't you think that's a little much? Especially when I'm this tired.
Oh, give me a break. Do you even hear yourself? Other guys with 2, even 3 kids are out blowing off steam on a Friday night, no matter how tough the week was. They don't have their wives harping on them over a snack. I bust my butt all week to bring home money for this family, and I could be out having fun like everyone else. But no, I come straight home. I end up buying a rotisserie chicken for $10 and a few cans of beer, coming right home after work, and you still find fault? How is that unreasonable?
And what about those other wives? Are they getting help with the kids? Or are they like me, handling everything on their own? If those wives are handling everything on their own, their husbands must really be lacking in responsibility and support.
What are you even talking about? I'm working incredibly hard every single day to support our family. I'm out there in the grind, bringing in the paycheck and making sure that our needs are met. It's not like I have the luxury to just lounge around and relax all day. And what are you talking about when you say I'm leaving you with all the childcare? That's an absurd accusation. If both of us are working full-time jobs and one person is left with all the responsibility of taking care of the baby while the other is off at work, that's what you call unfair, and it's truly a burden. Are you just spouting nonsense now? This isn't helpful or constructive.
Nonsense. Seriously?
Yes, seriously. You're not even currently working, are you? You're on parental leave. You're at home all day taking care of our child while I'm out at work. How can you claim you're handling all the childcare responsibilities alone? It's simply not true.
Jack's sleep patterns have been completely disrupted for over 7 months now. He's barely getting through each day, just existing moment to moment. You think this is easy?
It's not like we have 2 or 3 kids. We have just 1 child, and you're acting like it's some extraordinary hardship. Don't you think you're being a bit overdramatic here?
You've never had to spend a full day alone with Jack, have you?
Why would I need to do that?
Why wouldn't you? Isn't Jack your child as well?
You took parental leave to handle these responsibilities, so why should I take over? You're the one who's not earning money right now. You're at home all day and you're complaining about the tasks you're supposed to handle. You're not earning any money right now. You're just sitting at home while I'm working hard to support our family.
Really? Not earning money? Are you seriously saying that I'm not contributing financially because I'm on parental leave? I'm actually receiving a portion of my salary every month while on leave. Are you unaware of this?
That's not official income. It's just a small temporary benefit. It doesn't really count as real money. It's not like you're actually earning anything substantial. You're just at home all day, every day.
Are you seriously calling parental leave benefits a handout? This kind of ignorance is truly astonishing.
What did you just say?
It seems you've never spent a full day caring for our son, Jack, on your own. If you had, you'd understand how exhausting it is. Babies mess up their sleep schedules, and it can be incredibly taxing on moms. Try checking out parenting forums or support groups. Many mothers are in tears over how tough it is.
If taking care of the baby is so hard, why did you even decide to have a child in the first place? Shouldn't we have reconsidered having a baby if it's such a struggle? Why the tears? Seriously, I can't believe the things people are saying. Is this really how you choose to address the issue? It doesn't matter how you phrase it. You're at home, which looks like you're doing nothing. And you're reading posts on parenting forums, which, to me, seems like a waste of time. Honestly, it's infuriating.
I'm not playing at home. It might look like that to you, but this is far from a vacation.
Who's saying this is a vacation? I'm saying that you're complaining about doing all the child rearing alone, and it's frustrating to hear that from someone who's essentially at home all the time. The way you're treating someone who's contributing financially to the household like this is incredibly frustrating, and that's why I'm so upset and saying all this.
Honey!
I can hear you just fine, so stop calling me like that. What should I expect you to say to me? Like some grand revelation?
Do you remember that before I took parental leave, I was actually earning more than you did with your salary?
Why bring that up now? Seriously?
I've noticed that you've been insecure about this for a while. But did you have to react like this so aggressively?
And so what if I did?
When I was making $8,000 more than you, I never once brought it up or made you feel bad about it. Not once did I flaunt the fact that I was earning more. In fact, I made a conscious effort to avoid making you feel bad about it, even though I was earning more.
Oh, great. So if you made $80,000 more, you'd be compared to Gandhi, huh?
Why is Gandhi being mentioned here? And yes, I know it's petty of me to bring this up, but it's true. Anyway, I'm confident that whenever I return to work, I'll continue to earn more than you.
So what?
So, while I'm on parental leave right now, don't get too carried away with your little show of earning alone. Also, I'm not just playing around at home. It would be great if you could experience taking care of Jack for just one full day before making comments about me not working.
Okay, then how about this? I'll go out and you take care of Jack. Let's give this a try. Are you saying I'd take over as the stay-at-home parent and you be the one going out to earn money? Are you really suggesting that?
Let's speak realistically here.
There's nothing unrealistic about it. Our company offers parental leave, so it's entirely possible. In a dual-income household, it's expected for both partners to share responsibilities, including child-rearing and household chores. And if one partner is a full-time stay-at-home parent, it's naturally expected that they handle the household duties. Money doesn't just magically appear out of thin air.
Monthly expenses certainly don't fall from the sky. Even if you're not bringing in money right now, I can manage for a while. Let's stop this conversation. I'm exhausted, emotionally drained, and I'll deal with the food preparation tomorrow. Arguing like this has drained me even more.
Fine. I've lost all appetite now anyway. To think I asked someone who's doing nothing to make a meal for me. And now hearing about the extra $8,000 in salary is just adding to my frustration.
Even though I'm not just playing around, it feels like I'm constantly being accused of it, and it's really infuriating. I'm seriously considering taking a break from everything starting tomorrow, just to prove a point. Hi, Mom. It's so nice to hear from you. How are you doing today? How has your day been so far?
How is Jack holding up? Has there been any improvement in his sleep routine or general behavior? I've been so concerned about him.
Oh, he just finally fell asleep. It's been quite a long and exhausting day for him. He seems to be adjusting a bit, but it's still a struggle.
And what about your sprained ankle? I hope it's not causing you too much pain or inconvenience. It's important to take it easy and not push yourself too hard.
It's still a little sore, but I'm managing okay. I've been resting it as much as possible, but it's one of those things that takes time to heal.
I went ahead and prepared some homemade beef stew and cornbread for James. I thought it would be a comforting and nutritious meal for him after a long day at work.
Oh, so he must have stopped by your place on his way home, right? I hope he picked everything up and got it home safely.
Yes, I made sure he stopped by to pick it up. I wanted to make sure he had a hearty meal waiting for him after work.
Got it. That makes sense. Thank you so much for making all of that.
Be sure to keep the stew in the fridge and not leave it out. It's best enjoyed hot, and he likes it with a bit of extra spice. He'll definitely appreciate the effort you put into it.
Oh, Mom, but is it already the season for the ingredients in the stew? I thought they typically come out a little later in the year.
Well, the ingredients like root vegetables and herbs are actually coming in early this year. With the way the season is shifting, it's not surprising that they're available sooner than usual.
Thank you so much for everything, Mom. We really appreciate your help and will definitely enjoy the meal.
No need to thank me excessively. I'm just glad I could help. Well, anyway, thank you for the gesture. But honestly, you didn't need to get the massage chair. I really appreciate it, though, and I'll make sure to use it regularly. I heard that the new massage chairs are all the rage right now, and it seems like everyone is getting one. It's a trend that's spreading quickly. Even though there might be some misunderstandings or frustrations, in the end, it's clear that taking care of the grown children really matters most. They always seem to get the top priority.
Oh, did you say a new massage chair?
Yes, that's right. It was delivered this morning. It's all set up and ready to use.
I see. Thank you for letting me know. By the way...
Yes? What is it?
I've heard great things about the Saragem massage chairs. They're really high quality and highly recommended. You must be very pleased with it, right?
Oh yes, they're quite pricey. I've heard that a lot of my friends have them too. It's quite a status symbol these days. I've even been taking pictures and showing them off to my friends to let them know how great it is.
I hope you're not experiencing any discomfort in your back or shoulders. Is everything all right in that regard?
Well, years ago, I had some issues from holding babies and not taking care of my posture properly. My back used to hurt a lot, and sometimes my wrists still feel a bit sore.
But your back is generally okay now, right?
Oh, my back is fine. It's the massage features of this chair that have been such a delight. It really helps me feel more relaxed and comfortable.
Oh, what should I do about this sudden heat I'm feeling? My husband overheard me talking with my mom, and now he's bought a massage chair for his own mother? Damn, he's putting his perfectly healthy mother above my sick mom.
You know, Olivia, I'm still trying to wrap my head around this. We have your parents already covered by your dad's support. So why are we now spending our own hard-earned money on this? It seems like it should be their responsibility to handle these things since they have each other.
I understand where you're coming from, but the situation isn't that simple. Are you suggesting that if my father were still alive, it would somehow miraculously improve my mother's condition? It's not like his presence would make her spinal stenosis go away. The reality is that my mom's condition is ongoing and requires attention and support, regardless of who's around.
What I'm trying to get across is that my mother is by herself now, and that inherently means she needs more support and care from us. Given her current state, emotionally and physically, it's only natural that we need to be more attentive and supportive. The fact that she's been feeling more down lately, especially with the stress of the youngest child's wedding, only amplifies her need for our attention. It's a tough situation for her, and her emotional health is suffering.
So let me get this straight. You decided to purchase a massage chair for your mother, who is relatively healthy, while my mother, who is actually dealing with real and significant back pain, is left without any support? Is that really the best way to allocate our resources? It seems to me that you're prioritizing your mother, who doesn't have significant back issues, while neglecting my mom, who's experiencing serious discomfort and pain. This feels like a considerable oversight on our part.
Furthermore, your parents are in a comfortable financial position and have plenty of resources at their disposal, whereas my mother is struggling financially. My mother relies heavily on us, and now that all her children have left home, she feels even more isolated and alone. With her current situation, she's been feeling increasingly depressed. She's struggling with the fact that all her children are starting their own lives, and this makes her feel even more desolate. It's only natural for us to step up and provide the support she needs during this challenging time. Providing support to a parent who is going through emotional distress is not just about material things. It's about showing care, compassion, and concern for their well-being. It's an important part of maintaining family connections and ensuring that they don't feel abandoned.
Your mother seems to have a tendency to emotionally depend on her children. Is this why she's so upset about the youngest child's wedding?
Yes. The early death of my father created a significant gap in my mother's life. As a result, my brother and I have had to become the primary sources of support and comfort for her. It's crucial for us to provide that support, especially given her circumstances. Can't you understand the significance of our role in her life during these times?
Why wouldn't I understand? After all, you were the one who suggested just 3 months into our marriage that we should move out of our apartment and back into your parents' home because you were concerned about your mother's emotional state.
Had we moved back then, it would have been more beneficial for your parents as well.
Of course, it would have been more advantageous, especially since 70% of the deposit for our apartment came from my parents' funds.
Sure, your family is so great. That's why I'm bringing this up. If we had moved and returned the deposit, it would have been beneficial for everyone, including your parents.
Who in their right mind would start their married life living with their in-laws these days? It's simply not the norm anymore. Please try to understand and make sense of the situation.
Look, Olivia, it's really important to understand that the issue with the massage chair is not something you should get upset about.
The real problem here isn't just about buying or not buying a massage chair. It's about the underlying emotional implications. When my mom said she needed a massage chair, you ignored it. But why are you going out of your way to take care of your mom, even though she didn't even say she needed one?
As you know, right now, I'm the sole breadwinner. Balancing support between both families is a huge challenge. How can I effectively manage both sides' needs when I'm stretched thin financially?
Even when we were both working and earning, you didn't show much consideration for my parents. But now that you're the sole income provider, it seems like my parents' needs are being completely ignored. Remember, my parents were the ones who provided 70% of the down payment for our home.
Why are we even discussing this? You think spending money on them is pointless and they can't see the value in acknowledging our support?
So, in your view, it's acceptable for me to be criticized for spending money on my parents, but it's perfectly fine for you to spend on your mom? It seems to me that spending on my parents is seen as a waste, whereas your mom gets priority.
By the way, when we visited your parents last time, who do you think paid for the rib set we brought along?
If you can't even manage to bring a rib set to my parents' house during the holidays, then there's no hope for this marriage. Maybe it's time to reconsider everything.
So let me get this straight. All the money being spent on both families is coming from my earnings, yet I'm the one being criticized for how it's being allocated. Why is there so much argument about this? If it were only about supporting both families, I'd keep quiet. But the situation is more complex. On top of that, I'm using my earnings to support not only our child, but also you. Why am I being questioned about money matters? Haven't I always provided for us?
Seriously?
Stop nitpicking and just make me something to eat.
Am I supposed to be the one cooking all your meals now?
What are you talking about?
I'm on parental leave, but that doesn't mean I'm here to cook meals for you.
Honestly, the situation is completely absurd.
From now on, you'll need to cook for yourself. The rice is in the pantry, and the rice cooker is right over there on the counter.
This is problematic. If you're spending all day at home, you should at least handle some basic responsibilities.
There's nothing problematic about it. I've explained this to you already. Even though I haven't been idle, hearing accusations that I'm just lounging around makes me want to actually do nothing. Maybe I should just stop trying altogether and let you handle everything. I'm going to be even more resolute about doing absolutely nothing from now on. You'll need to figure things out on your own.
So how am I supposed to manage cooking?
Your mother sent over some soup and other side dishes along with the massage chair. You can use those to make meals. It's actually quite convenient.
And what about you?
Oh, thanks for being concerned about me. But don't worry about me. I had lunch delivered just 30 minutes ago.
What's this about now?
I ordered some barbecue earlier today.
So you're using my money to buy all this nice food but not bothering to cook anything for me?
Don't be ridiculous. I didn't use your money to buy this food. Unfortunately, this wasn't bought with your money. It was purchased with my own funds. Here's your money. Take it and manage your own bank account. You can cook or fry food yourself. Seriously, I've been on parental leave all this time while dealing with the petty money I've received from this stingy person.
Honey! Honey, can you hear me? Are you there?
What is it now? What's all the commotion about?
I've been looking everywhere and I can't find any of my socks in the drawer. I had a pair of soccer socks that I really need for today's game, and I don't know where they've gone.
Oh, they're probably in the laundry basket. Maybe they're mixed in with the other clothes.
What are you talking about? I have an important match today against another team, and I need those socks. How am I supposed to play without them?
Honestly, your soccer games and gear aren't really my concern. You're the one who should be taking care of your own stuff. I made it clear that I'm only handling Jack's needs and responsibilities, and I can't be expected to manage everything else for you.
Is this really how it's going to be? We're a married couple, and there should be some basic level of support and responsibility towards each other. Isn't that part of being together?
Basic level of support? I'm just lounging around, eating and relaxing all day long. There's no such thing as basic support when I'm not doing anything at all. Hello, this is Olivia. Yes, I'm confirming the interview time for today. Is that still good for you? Great, let me give you the address. Can you make it here by 11 a.m.? Oh, that's wonderful to hear. Okay, I'll see you then. Please be careful on your way. Yes, see you soon.
What's going on? Who is that on the phone? Who's coming over?
It was just Jack's daycare teacher calling.
Why is she calling? What's the reason?
Why do you ask? I'm trying to arrange my return to work, and before that, I need to find someone reliable to look after Jack.
Wow, so now you don't even bother discussing important family matters like returning to work with me? Is this really how it's going to be?
We're not exactly on the best terms lately, so why would we discuss every little detail? We've got bigger issues than discussing this. Don't you understand why people are puzzled by our relationship? They wonder why we're even together. Anyway, let's talk about how we handle things from now on. How about we split everything 50-50? The fact that I returned the joint account was a sign of that intention. Since everyone is doing things equally, why don't we?
That doesn't sound bad at all. From my perspective, it seems quite rational and fair.
Yes, it's a rational approach. We should each manage our personal finances separately. We'll put money into a joint account to cover savings, household expenses, and shared costs.
And now I'm planning to order a new pair of running shoes and soccer cleats for myself. Yay. I also want to check out some outdoor stores for other gear.
Doesn't it seem fair for a couple to split everything evenly? You're such a fool. Even after being married, you still don't grasp what marriage really means. Marriage is a reality, and in real life, there's no such thing as a perfect 50-50 split. The moment I start nitpicking about these things, it becomes clear that emotionally, our relationship is already finished. But what should I do?
What do you mean? What should I do?
Even though we're splitting everything evenly, it might be better if you cover a bit more for now. It will look better from the outside.
Why should I?
Before my parental leave, I was covering nearly all the living expenses, including things like daily costs. I also used my own money to give your mother an allowance.
What?
Don't pretend you don't know. You've been ignoring household expenses while focusing on buying a new car. And you've barely contributed anything towards giving money to my mother. So now my personal savings are nearly depleted.
So now you want to be petty and have me pay more temporarily?
It's fair and practical. Let's start fresh with a clean slate.
If I can't agree to this?
Then things are going to get complicated.
Oh, really? Let's see how complicated it can get. Are you going to stop doing laundry or cooking for a month or two? Are you going to stop all household chores? It wasn't as difficult as I thought. What's with this attitude, acting like you're doing something remarkable?
Fine. Live however you want. But for now, you'll need to cover more of the expenses. I'll be starting work again and need to buy new clothes. It's going to be a hassle to save money again, so I'll need you to cover a bit more for the next 6 months.
All right, but before we finalize this, we need to discuss the split a bit more.
What about it?
For your mother's birthday, you should contribute $500 too.
I've been covering that all along. Are you saying I need to pay again?
Isn't that part of the 50-50 split? Shouldn't we be dividing everything equally, even in these situations?
Is that what an even split means?
If we exclude these kinds of expenses, it's not a true 50-50 split. Isn't it true? When I was the sole earner, I handled all the financial support from my mom. Now that we both work, it's only fair that we split everything 50-50, including expenses for your family.
You know, when we were both working, I covered everything with my own money, and you skipped taking care of my parents. Now that I'm back at work, you expect me to split things evenly, including support for your mother?
Exactly. Let's make it clear that everything should be split equally from now on. I'm already running late, so I need to leave. When I leave, you need to head straight to the convenience store and withdraw cash from the ATM there.
Cash? Seriously?
Yes, cash. My brother will arrive at 4 p.m., and I need to get everything ready. And if I cover the dinner costs, I expect you to reimburse me when you get home. He is treating my mother to a spa day, so I'll deduct the dinner cost from that. We'll settle up this evening.
But what about my debit card? I don't have it.
What do you mean you don't have it?
I lost it recently.
Oh, great. You'll need to apply for a new one. It should take about a week to get it. I'll need it once it arrives.
All right, we'll do that. At this point, we're more like roommates than a married couple. I've been completely taken advantage of. I'm really questioning the meaning of marriage. I feel like I've lost all emotional connection, and it's over. Honestly, I don't even want to be physically close to you anymore. All right, but from now on, everything related to managing the household, including childcare, needs to be split evenly.
We're already doing that, aren't we?
What have you been doing in terms of childcare?
Let's stop discussing household chores endlessly. The house is a mess and you're still talking about chores? It's so embarrassing that I can't even invite friends over. Didn't you see how well kept Jacob's house was when we visited? Didn't you learn anything from that? Stop picking up pointless ideas and focus on what really matters. Oh my goodness, I'm running so incredibly late. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to keep you waiting so long.
You took time off from work to help me?
What am I supposed to do? There's no one else who can look after you right now. Where exactly is Jack?
Well, my mother-in-law is supposed to be picking him up. She's been looking so distressed and grumpy, it's hard to miss.
Oh, that's just how mothers-in-law are. They always act like they're put upon, as if it's a huge inconvenience to help out.
Mom, honestly, I'm in so much pain. Ever since the anesthesia wore off, I haven't been able to sleep at all. Even with the pain medication they've given me, the pain is still unbearable. It's like the medication isn't even working.
How did you feel before you went into the operating room? Were you doing okay?
I was doing fine before the surgery started. But as soon as it was over, and about 30 minutes later, the pain just began to set in. It's been an awful, unrelenting pain. It's not just the side of the surgery that's hurting. My whole back is aching too. I've been crying nonstop all day because of the pain.
Oh, sweetheart, that sounds truly heartbreaking. I tried to warn you to be careful while walking.
I know you warned me, but I seem to keep injuring myself no matter what. It's like I'm cursed or something. Mom, I've made a decision while crying my eyes out here. I've decided I'm going to get a divorce.
Why on earth are you deciding this all of a sudden?
Well, he started saying that the parts of the hospital bill that aren't covered by insurance should be split 50-50 between us.
50-50? What in the world is that supposed to mean?
He's acting like he's doing me a favor by not just ignoring it and making me cover half of the bill. It's like he's expecting me to be grateful.
I don't understand. What does that even mean?
It's exactly what it sounds like, Mom. I'm telling you, once I'm sick or in trouble, he'll just walk out on me. I'm done with him. I can't keep going like this. This is not how a normal family operates. It's just too draining and exhausting. Look, I've already contributed more to the cost of this house than you have. I'm actually making more money than you now, so there's nothing for me to regret here. I've put in extra money towards the house, and in exchange, I expect you to take all the furniture and household items you bought from your friends with you. Everything you've purchased and contributed to the home should be packed up and moved out. I've already packed up the smaller household items and put them in the small room, so just take those with you.
Honey, what are you talking about all of a sudden? Why are you saying all this?
We should just part ways quietly. There's no need to make a big scene about this.
Why are you acting like this? What's the problem here? Is this all about the fact that I wasn't by your side even for one night when you were recovering from surgery? Is that what's bothering you? That I didn't even stay up with you during the night while you were in pain?
No, it's not just that. I've already emotionally detached from you long before this.
I'm sorry if I don't understand, but I really am sorry for whatever it is.
It's okay. Don't worry about it. This is exactly who you've always been, from the beginning until now. I just realized it too late. To be honest, I could have managed with just 40% of my parental leave pay. Combined with your salary, we could have made it work. But
now we're doing better than ever. So why are you bringing this up now?
But when you completely disregarded the parental leave pay, you were disregarding me as a person altogether.
That's not a correct statement, is it?
It might not seem wrong from your perspective, but if you had respected me as your wife, none of this would have happened in the first place. That's why I'm so desperate. I think it's better for us to separate.
Wow, this is really something. So I'm just supposed to accept that I'm being treated this way.
What are you talking about? Haven't you ever felt like you've suffered a loss in our marriage?
Fine, if you want a divorce, you think I'm afraid of that?
You'll have to pay alimony.
Fine, I'll pay alimony. But you need to return the money I've provided to support you all this time.
What do you mean by that?
It's ridiculous. Do you think divorce is some kind of honor or prize? You seem to think that once we're divorced, it's automatic that you'll get alimony from me. Fine, I'll pay the alimony. But you need to also cover the cost of the items I purchased and the furniture I've bought. I worked and earned money every single day, even when you were on parental leave. Why is that something I have to be punished for? I put in all the hard work while you were talking about handling the household chores and taking care of everything, and now you're demanding payment for it.
Okay, I see your point. You feel it's unfair, and that's understandable.
If you're going to claim all this as your right, then I expect to be reimbursed for the items and furniture I've bought.
I contributed more than you realize. I've added extra money towards our home, and you've lived here and benefited from it. So you need to pay for any unpaid rent and expenses. Also, I've taken care of laundry, cooking, and even the maintenance fees. I want all of that reimbursed as well.
So let's start by calculating the cost of the furniture and household items that I've provided and used.
And also, let's factor in the rent and expenses for the time you lived in my house with your belongings. It seems that without mutual dedication, it's very difficult for a marriage to last long. I went through a divorce with my ex-husband, and we ended things with an utter display of pettiness and spite. If my ex-husband acted in such a petty manner, does it mean I was left with no choice but to respond in kind? Is that just making excuses? Even though I returned to work and my ex-husband changed his attitude, the reality is that no matter how much more I earn, I will still end up doing more of the childcare and household chores. It's clear that in this kind of arrangement, the marriage loses its meaning. From my experience, it's truly crucial to think very carefully before entering into marriage. I don't know of anyone who has regretted not getting married, but there are countless people who regret having done so. If you decide to marry, you should be prepared for the worst-case scenarios as well. Marriage is full of challenges and are often more difficult and unpleasant than anything you could imagine. Only if you're willing to endure all that, with genuine love, should you consider marriage. Why does this man take my housework for granted? It makes me so angry. I didn't start doing the dishes and cooking just because I was born. I began doing these tasks because they needed to be done. Preparing even one meal is not something to be taken lightly. I've heard that many people these days are talking about splitting living expenses 50-50. I tried this myself for a few months, and based on my experience and what I've heard from others, it's quite rare to find a husband who truly shares the household chores equally. While some might preach about fairness and not feeling disadvantaged, the truth is that when you're sick and need care, there's no longer a wife around to take care of you. That's something that only comes from real affection and dedication. Honey, by any chance, did you send your mom $5,000?
Well, about that.
Did you or did you not send her the money? Just tell me straight already. How can you have made such a big financial decision without asking me if it was okay first? I thought that we were meant to be a team. How are we supposed to have a healthy marriage if you won't even communicate with me and be transparent about financial matters?
Yes, I did send her the money. I'm sorry, honey. I really was planning to tell you about it. It just never seemed to be the right time.
$5,000 is a significant amount of money, you know. Surely it would have been better for you to tell me about it than for the online banking app notification to be the first I heard of it. Have you lost your mind? How many times has it been now? How many times have you gone and sent your mom an unreasonable amount of money behind my back? Huh? And not a single one of those times has your mom had a legitimate reason for needing that much money so suddenly.
Well, it's just that my mom said that it was an emergency and that she really needed the money as soon as possible. How could I, as her son, possibly ignore her when she says something like that?
Well, it seems like your mom is having these emergencies very often these days. At least once a month. If you're going to always be sending her thousands of dollars at the drop of a hat, then how do you expect the two of us to get by? We have rent and bills to pay. We may be doing okay for ourselves, but we're not at a level at which we can just throw $5,000 at whichever family member that asks.
Well, she said that she was going to pay us back eventually. Just give her a little bit of time, okay?
And when has she ever paid you back after asking for money? Never. Not a single time.
but this time it seems like it really, really was an emergency. Let's just have some faith in her, okay? I'm sure she had her reasons this time.
Oh, you are so gullible. You know that? Until when are you going to keep being such a sucker? Do you really still not realize where all of this money you send your mom is going to?
Where is it going to?
Straight into your brother's bank account, of course.
Come on. There's no way that could really be the case. Okay, yes. I admit that my mom has given him money from us on a couple of occasions, but I refuse to believe that she gives it to him every time. Even if my mom does show slight favoritism towards him, I really don't believe that she would exploit me to that extent. She is my mom too, after all.
Well, I'm sorry to break it to you, but I very much do think that your mom would be willing to exploit you to that extent. You're too nice for your own good. That's your problem. Your mom is always going on about how her oldest is the apple of her eye and how he always deserves the best things. Don't be so naive as to assume that she wouldn't take from us to give to him. I'm sure that's where all of our money has been going.
Surely not.
Why do you sound surprised that I'm suggesting this? I can't believe you can still even say that. This is the last time you send money to your mom just because she asks, okay? I don't care how many times she claims it's an emergency. If you pull anything like this again, then I'm filing for divorce straight away. Do you hear me?
Filing for divorce? Don't you think that's a little harsh? Divorce isn't a word that you can just throw around like that.
Well, I wouldn't have to be this harsh if you hadn't crossed a line by throwing all our money away without even consulting me first. It's not like it was $100 or $200. She's asking for at least $1,000 every time. How can you justify giving her this much money on a regular basis? It's bleeding us dry. $5,000 could be a couple months' rent here in the city.
I'm sorry. I won't do it again.
Your mom really does make me laugh, you know. She's always talking about how amazing her oldest son is, and yet whenever she needs money, it's her younger son she goes running to. What has your brother done in his life other than be fortunate enough to pop out first?
Well, that's just because we're better off than my brother is. We have better paying jobs than both my brother and Nina, and we don't have any kids either. They have feeding and clothing little Tommy to worry about.
Anybody listening to this would think that your brother's family were living in abject poverty. I think you'll find that they get by just fine. And they only have the one kid. There are people around with 4 or 5 kids that get by without complaining.
Okay, fine. I won't do it again. So please just stop being mad at me, okay?
Well, since you've gone and spent all that money on her already, I guess we're going to have to take your mom somewhere affordable instead of that expensive steak restaurant she always wants to go to. Let's just go to Apple Trees.
Apple Trees? My mom will be pretty offended if we take her there on her birthday, though. Even little Tommy would be disappointed at the idea of going to Apple Trees for his birthday.
Well, if she wants to go to the steakhouse, she's going to have to get your brother and Nina to pay for it.
But I'm usually the one who pays for dinner on my mom's birthday. I already said I would do it this time as well.
But this is the exact problem. Why is it a given that you should be the one to pay for dinner on your mom's birthday every year? Why does that expectation even exist? Your brother is your mom's son as well, you know.
Well, that is true, but it's just not the same.
I told you, didn't I? If you can't get your mom to give back that $5,000 right away, then we're going to Apple Trees for her birthday. And that's final.
What kind of birthday celebration do you call this?
Faye really has gone too far this time, hasn't she, Wendy?
What are you talking about? Have you forgotten why we're here today, Faye?
Of course not. It's your birthday, Wendy. Happy birthday to you.
Well, if you knew that, why on earth have you brought me to Apple Trees? What's wrong with Apple Trees, Mom? The food is perfectly tasty. That's not the point. You're supposed to treat people on their birthdays, not drag them to the nearest budget restaurant and expect them to have a burger and fries.
Yeah, Faye. If you're going to use your money on someone's birthday anyway, you might as well pull out all the stops. What's the point in pulling a stunt like this? Well, if you think this isn't up to standard, then you should have been the one to plan Wendy's birthday, Nina. Well, we're super busy raising Tommy, and we need to save all our money to invest in his education. Raising a child comes with its costs, you know.
That's right. Tommy has started going to elementary school now, and they need to pay for tutors and make sure he's well looked after. How can you possibly compare their busy schedule to yours when you don't even have kids?
I don't know what the big deal is. The school bus comes to pick him up and take him to school. And it's not like you're studying along with him, so I really don't see what you're so busy with. And what 6-year-old needs tutors anyway?
Honey.
What is it? Did I say anything that isn't true? You just don't understand because you don't have any kids, Faye. Try having a kid of your own, and then you'll see that it isn't as easy as you think. Don't think you can go around judging us mothers and what we go through just because you've decided to be child-free.
That's right. How dare you talk to your sister-in-law like that when you don't have even the faintest idea of what it's like to be a mother? You're the one in the wrong here.
I really don't understand what I've done wrong here.
Are you acting like this because you're still upset over the whole $5,000 thing? If it's really that much of a big deal, I'll just give it back. Would that make you happy?
Yes, it would actually. You had better pay it back before the end of the month, okay? Otherwise, I'm going to start charging interest.
What did you just say? Honey, please stop this now. It's my mom's birthday. Let's just all try and get along, okay?
That's right. You really shouldn't be causing such a scene on Wendy's birthday like this.
Honestly, I don't know what I've done to deserve being treated like this in my old age.
Come on now, Wendy. Don't get yourself worked up over this. Faye is still pretty young, so she doesn't always know how to go on, you see.
How can my two daughters-in-law be as different as night and day? Please don't be mad, Mom. Come on and eat your dinner before it gets cold. How about I buy that bag you said you wanted as an apology gift? Honey! That designer one! It can make up for the fact that your birthday meal was less than perfect. Now, let's eat, shall we? Well, in that case, I suppose I can let the matter slide. You! You should know how lucky you are to have found such an angel of a husband. Do you think it's easy to find men like my son? Do you think they just grow on trees? Honestly, he's too good for you.
I can't believe this. Honey, you and I need to have a talk when we get home.
Let's just eat our dinner now, okay?
Oh, Nina, did you get a new car? This one looks very shiny and new. Oh yeah, Wendy bought a new one for me.
Who bought a what now for you?
Why do you look like a rabbit in the headlights all of a sudden? Chill out for a second.
Wendy, where on earth did you get the money to buy Nina a new car? I have money! What are you insinuating? I don't need to tell the likes of you where I got it from, thank you very much. Why have you suddenly got such a bee in your bonnet over this?
Well, it's just that last month you called Andy saying that you were completely broke and you needed to borrow some money straight away. So I was just wondering how you could afford to buy Nina a new car if that really was the case. What's gotten into you, Faye? What's the big deal that Wendy used her own money to buy me a new car?
Exactly. Why should I need to report to you about whatever I decided to spend my money on? Your new car is really nice, Nina.
You do have good taste, Andy. I can always rely on you to back us up.
Their old car was really old, you see, so I thought that it would be best to get them an upgrade. We can't have my oldest son and his lovely wife driving around in an old banger now, can we?
But our car is even older than theirs was. It's practically scrap at this point.
The oldest son is the one who carries on the family legacy. If something happens to your brother-in-law because he's driving around in an old, unsafe piece of junk, are you going to take responsibility for it? It's a good thing you got them a new car, Mom. Their old one was pretty beat up. Now they can drive Tommy around without having to worry as much.
Our car is even more beat up than their old one, though. I'm not saying I wanted Wendy to buy us a new car. I'm just saying that if that's the logic you're using, then it doesn't really make any sense.
Just stop it now, okay?
Yeah, Faye, you really need to stop acting like this. Jealousy does not look good on you. If you're jealous, just say that you're jealous. It's fine. There's no need to make a scene by being all petty like this. What? I'm just completely speechless over this. I really can't believe it. The oldest son comes first. That's just logic. How don't you understand that? Not only are you the younger son and the wife of the younger son, but you've decided not to have any kids. Don't go around thinking that you two are on his level, okay?
Of course, Mom. We would never think that. Now get home safe. See you soon, Nina.
See you soon, Andy. You guys go and have some rest. I'll be going now. Where are you going all by yourself? Aren't you taking Wendy with you? You can show her how the new car runs while you're at it. Oh, you guys can take Wendy home. I need to go and pick up Tommy from soccer practice. Of course, of course. You go and see to my precious grandson. Okay, see you soon, Wendy.
Drive safely, Nina.
So their old car was so beat up that it's unsafe. But Wendy is happy to get in our rickety old thing as long as she doesn't have to throw any money our way. I am seething right now. Does seeing your mom behave like that not upset you?
Well, I just kinda got used to it. That's just how she's always been.
Don't you see that she clearly asked for that money from us so that she could put it towards buying your brother and Nina a new car?
I mean, it's not a big deal as long as she pays it back, right? She already said that she would, didn't she?
This really is driving me crazy. Do you really believe everything your mom tells you?
She wouldn't really bleed her own son dry, would she?
Oh, wouldn't she? Do you know exactly how much money your mom has stolen from us over the years?
Stolen is a bit of a harsh word to use.
But she has been stealing from us. She's taking that money and saying she'll pay it back, but she clearly has absolutely no intention of doing so.
I'm sure she will, eventually.
You are so incredibly frustrating. Do you not feel like this is unfair on you at all? Are you really okay with the fact that you've been second best to your brother your entire life and probably always will be?
I've just come to terms with it now.
You may have, but that doesn't mean it's okay. Just because you became accustomed to inexcusable behavior and accepted it as the norm, that doesn't mean that it isn't still unacceptable behavior. You had better promise me that no matter how much she begs you, you won't be giving your mom any more money. Do you hear me? Do you need any more concrete proof that she's just giving that money directly to your brother and Nina?
Okay, fine. I won't give her any more money.
Do you mean it? You had better not even think about doing it again. I'm being deadly serious about this right now.
I understand. I promise that I won't give her any more money.
Are you doubly sure that you're able to keep that promise going forwards?
Yes, I'm sure I am. Don't you worry about it.
I can't help but worry considering your track record of being walked all over by your family, though.
Hi, Faye. What are you up to right now? You're not too busy, are you? Are you free for a quick chat?
Hey, Mom. I'm just cleaning the house. I'm free for as long as you need me to be. Is something the matter?
Faye, don't be too taken aback and listen to what I have to say, okay?
What is it? You're sounding very serious all of a sudden, Mom. You're kind of scaring me, if I'm honest.
Your dad and I have decided to move out to the countryside.
What? You're moving to the countryside?
Yes, that's right. We figured that the fresh, unpolluted air would be good for your dad, considering his health problems. And we just want to have an easier, slower pace of life in our old age.
Well, yes, I do understand that. But it just seems so sudden. Have you been thinking about this for a long time and you just didn't tell me until now? Or was this a spur-of-the-moment decision? What are you going to do with your apartment here in the city? Are you going to put it up for sale?
We've been thinking about it for a while, to be honest. But we didn't want to tell you until we had everything sorted. And no, we're not going to be selling the house.
Then what are you going to do? Rent it out and have a passive income?
No. We're going to give it to you and Andy.
What? You're going to give us your house?
That's right. We have always felt really bad about how we weren't able to contribute financially to your wedding or towards helping you rent your place. So we wanted to at least be able to do this for you.
Oh, Mom. I told you not to feel guilty about things like that.
Well, I can't help it. I just didn't feel right. I'm going to transfer the deed over to your name, and I want you to make the place your home.
But you and Dad spent your life savings on buying that apartment.
Well, your dad and I have already bought ourselves a place in the countryside, and we've decided that's where we want to be. So don't you worry about us.
I'm just so moved right now, Mom. Oh, I think I'm going to cry.
Oh, sweetheart, there's no need to cry. Now you and Andy can go and make it into the forever home you've always wanted.
Mom, thank you so much. You know, my sister-in-law, Nina, keeps saying that she wants to move to that neighborhood because all the best schools are around there.
Well, isn't that going to make the move all the better? She's always lording it over you and acting like she's better than you. And now that you have something she wants, you can go and rub it in her smug little face.
But is it really okay for us to just have the apartment?
Of course it is. You're our only daughter. It's only natural for a parent to pass their possessions on to their child. Stop worrying, okay?
Thank you, Mom. Really, from the bottom of my heart.
The only thing is that it might need some work done.
Oh, that's okay. Andy and I will deal with that when we move in.
Okay, then. You and Andy better come over and have dinner with us before we move out, okay?
Of course we will, Mom. Andy is going to be so happy when I tell him about all this. We'll find an evening to come over as soon as we can.
What? Your mom really said that?
Yes, she really did. We really are getting my parents' apartment.
That neighborhood is so nice. The price of an apartment there starts at $750,000, but the nicer ones are going for well over $1 million. Is it really okay for us to just have the apartment?
My mom says that's what she wants, so I guess it's basically a done deal.
What are your mom and dad going to do?
They said that they've already bought themselves a place out in the countryside.
Wait, seriously? Already?
Yep. They don't waste any time. So their current house is going to be ours pretty soon.
I really can't believe it. It's like a dream come true.
It really is the best look we could have asked for, isn't it? We've been slaving our backs off trying to pay rent these past 3 years. And now we're never going to have to worry about that again. The mortgage on my parents' house is all paid off as well.
We need to think of something to get your parents as a thank you gift. I just feel so grateful towards them.
I'm so happy right now that I feel like I could fly. But there are a few problems with the interior, so we might have to have some work done.
Oh, well, that's no bother. We have enough money to pay for the workmen, at least.
Yeah. Our savings will be more than enough to make the place exactly how we want it to be.
I never thought that something like this would ever happen to us.
You know that's the neighborhood that Nina really wanted to move to, right?
Oh, really? Is it?
It is. There are so many good schools in the area, so they wanted to move there to get Tommy enrolled in somewhere better. But because the house prices are too expensive, they couldn't make the move.
Ah, I see. That was the neighborhood they were talking about.
They're going to be so jealous once they hear that we're going to be moving there. I'm getting excited just thinking about the look on Nina's face when we tell her.
I heard from Andy that your parents have decided to give you their apartment. Is that true?
About that. Yes, it is true, Wendy.
You should have told me as soon as you found out about it. Why would you keep such a big thing to yourselves?
Well, you see, we've just been rushed off our feet with remodeling the interior of the whole place that I didn't really have the time to think about anything else.
Well, I really doubt you're that busy just sorting out the interior. So, how big is it then?
It's around 140 square meters.
What? Did you say 140 square meters? Well, then it's far too big just for the two of you to be living in. You don't even have kids or anything.
It's not really that big. It's perfect for the two of us to live comfortably.
But you said that you two aren't ever planning to have any kids.
Even if we don't, 140 square meters isn't too big for two people.
Instead of clinging on to it, why don't you let your brother-in-law and sister-in-law live there instead?
Excuse me?
Just think about it. They have a child to think about, and the schools in the area are some of the best in the city. That apartment would be perfect for them.
You know that what you're saying right now is outrageous, right, Wendy?
What?
There is absolutely no reason for me to give this apartment to them. I've received it in my name from my parents for me and my husband to live in.
But just think about little Tommy's future.
Well, Tommy's future is for his parents to worry about and nobody else. Why do I have to be worrying about it?
Well, that's...
I'm just going to pretend that I never heard what you just said. I think we'll have sorted out the interior by the end of this month. So I'll have you over for a housewarming party then.
I wasn't done talking.
I'm sorry, but I'm busy right now. I'll see you at the housewarming party. Come on in. I know it's not the shortest journey to get to this part of the city.
Why do you live so high up? We spent ages waiting for the elevator to come.
Yeah, it's much more convenient to live on the lower floors. But Nina, don't you guys live on the 14th floor? We only live on the 10th floor.
Oh, well, that's...
Oh, whatever. There's no point in squabbling over things like that.
Well, I wasn't the one who started it.
Anyway, you said that you were remodeling the interior. Is it really all done? It certainly doesn't look like it to me.
Yes, it is all done, actually.
Well, it's not as impressive as I thought. You kept going on and on about getting the interior done, so I was expecting to see something out of this world.
Oh, well, that's not surprising. You see, the person we hired is a pretty famous designer, and he said that it's typical for the average person not to understand the intricacies and suitabilities of his work. He said he didn't expect the profundities of his minimalistic designs to be picked up on by the untrained eye.
Really? He sounds like an interesting character.
I wasn't sure exactly what he meant when he first said it, but listening to you right now, I think I finally understand what he was trying to say. It's okay. I'm sure you'll develop an eye for appreciating art sooner or later.
Well, that aside, isn't this place a little too old? What were you thinking having a place like this transferred into your name?
Yeah, that's right. I thought the place seemed a little too old. I personally wouldn't have seen the value in bothering to do a place like this up. I would have sold it and bought somewhere else instead.
Oh, really? Well, even if it's a little on the older side, because this area has all the good schools, the house prices around here are through the roof. Did you know that the starting price for an apartment around here is $750,000?
What? $750,000?
This apartment is worth $750,000.
Yes, that's right. And didn't you say that you wanted to move to this neighborhood, Nina?
Huh? Me? No! When did I ever say anything like that? I certainly don't recall.
I'm pretty sure you did. You said that you wanted to move to this area so that you would be in the catchment area for a better school for Tommy. But because the house prices are so high, you weren't able to do it in the end, were you?
That's not it at all. We just changed our minds and decided that we didn't want to move here anymore. We're perfectly happy where we are at the moment, and Tommy has already gotten settled in his new school.
Oh, I see. Well, in that case, I think that you should reconsider your decision. This area really is lovely. I think you guys should just make the move, if you have the money like you say you do.
Why do you have to go and rub salt in her wounds like that?
What are you talking about? I'm just saying that I recommend the area because it's so nice here. You didn't think I meant anything bad by it, did you, Nina?
You're so mean, Faye.
Oh my gosh, Nina. Are you crying?
I don't understand. Why?
Oh, goodness. What are you crying for, Nina? You really have gone too far here, Faye.
You really hate me! You're doing this on purpose, aren't you?
What do you mean by that?
You decided to move into this place just to mess with me, didn't you? You knew how much I wanted to move into this area. We even got out alone because of that.
Oh my goodness. You went as far as to go and get out alone? You said earlier that you just decided that you didn't want to move here anymore.
Well, it's just...
I had no idea. You should have told me in the first place. That way I would have known to be more careful with my words.
You really are a piece of work, Faye. I'm sorry, Wendy, but I think I'm going to head home first.
Hey, where are you going? Now look what you've done, Faye. Oh gosh, I'm so sorry. I really had no idea, Wendy. I guess you did want to move here really badly, huh? She should have just said something if that was the case. She shouldn't have acted like it wasn't. I think you owe somebody an apology, Faye. Me? Apologize to who? And for what? You need to apologize to Nina for what you did to her yesterday. She's still very upset, you know. Why should I? You were deliberately messing with her, weren't you? Don't you go denying it. You should know when you've gone too far with your bragging. I really don't see that I've done anything wrong. All I did was have you guys over for a housewarming party. All I said was that the neighborhood was nice. What's so bad about that? You know what you did, so stop playing dumb. And besides, how does it make sense for the youngest son to be having a nicer life than the oldest son? What does this have to do with who's the older brother and who's the younger brother? It has everything to do with that. The older brother is the bearer of the family's legacy. What on earth is wrong with you? What age do you think we're living in? I don't owe anyone an apology. What are you doing here? You acted like you were never going to come here again the other day.
I've come to receive an apology.
I'm sorry, what? An apology? That's right, an apology. Now hurry up and say sorry to your sister-in-law. Huh? Why on earth should I do that? What have I even done wrong? You know that what you did upset her. And I already said that I didn't realize the situation and I don't think I have any reason to be feeling sorry.
Stop pretending! This whole thing with this house is just so that you can lord it over me.
What? Lord it over you?
You asked me to come over and then kept bragging about how expensive the houses are and how nice the area is.
But both of those things are just facts. I wasn't trying to brag to you or anything. Was it really bad of me to say that I thought you guys should move to this neighborhood too?
You knew full well that the reason we didn't move here is because we can't afford to. So why did you rub it in my face by telling me to move here?
Well, to be honest, the fact that you don't have the money to move here is because you don't have the capabilities to save. Why is that my fault? How dare you say such a thing to her? Ouch! Wendy! You should know your place as the second daughter-in-law. Regardless of your opinion on the situation, you really shouldn't go around slapping people. Andy, haven't you taught your wife how to behave properly?
Yeah, Andy. What do you have to say about this?
Both of you, get out of my house right now! Excuse me? What? You just crossed a line there, Mom. Now get out. How dare you tell your own mother to get out? But you're not my mom, are you? You've only ever had one son in your heart, and it's not me. How dare you think that you have the right to slap my wife? Did she say anything that wasn't true? If you don't have the capabilities to make things happen for yourself, then you don't have the right to be as greedy as your precious older son and Nina are.
Don't you think you're being a little harsh here, Andy?
No, I don't think so. Especially after how you've treated us over the years, Nina.
You keep thinking that you have the right to steal from us just because you're married to the precious older son. Well, I'm telling you right now, that isn't okay.
Well, that's...
You really are shameless. And now we have something that you can take from us. You start kicking and screaming and making a fuss.
I'm hardly making a fuss.
It's just the way things are meant to be. The oldest son is meant to live the best life.
Will you stop with all this oldest son nonsense already? I've heard it 1,000,000 times and I do not need to hear it again. If the oldest son is really that important to you, then you can get your allowance and the money for your bills and groceries from him instead of me from now on.
Why on earth should we be the ones providing that money?
And why on earth should we have been the ones to shoulder that burden all this time?
We're not giving Mom a single cent of our money ever again, so you guys had better sort some arrangement out fast. I'm also expecting you to pay back the money we gave you in the past that you decided to spend on them, Mom. I know that Faye has kept track of everything I sent to you, so I want to see every single penny.
Son, what's gotten into you?
I told you already, I'm not your son. I never really have been, have I? I'm just a punching bag, a pushover, and a piggy bank to you. You only have one son you've ever cared about, so you can go crying to him now for all I care.
But, Andy...
I told you both to get out of our house already. Neither of you are welcome here ever again. And that goes for that brother of mine as well. We're starting our new life in our new house, and it for sure does not involve any of you.
I thought that maybe my husband had just lashed out in the spur of the moment and that he might apologize to his mom later on. But he really did stick to his guns and completely cut his mom off financially. When she came crawling back to beg him for forgiveness, he wasn't even willing to listen to a word she said. It was like something in him snapped the moment his mom slapped me, and he finally learned how to stand up for himself. Apparently, after realizing that they really were going to have to be responsible for my mother-in-law, my brother-in-law and his wife decided to completely abandon her because they couldn't handle the financial burden. So much for her precious firstborn son, huh? As for us, we're living happily in our new house, enjoying our new life. Our days are much more peaceful now that we don't have my husband's meddling family to deal with. I asked him if he was sad about cutting them all off, and he said that although he was a little sad, it was liberating to finally be free of them and not have to feel like he was inferior to anyone anymore, just for the simple reason of being born second. I don't know why his mom had always been clinging to such outdated ideas, but I'm hoping that now she's found herself cast aside by both sons, she finally has time to reflect and realize that treating one of your children so much better than the other can only bring about disastrous consequences. This is the end of the story. Thank you for listening. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more content.